pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do you want to do the roll call?
Yes. Cindy Apsey, here. Tom Tice. Here. Haley Rondo. Here. I am here, and Anthony Sobek is absent. Called. Member appointment, so.
Does anybody have any additions or corrections or deletions to the agenda? Anybody else?
Can I have one of those? Thanks. We tabled something until this meeting. What was it? Is it on here? I don't remember what it was. We tabled something this meeting. We can always end it on this one, yes. But I do know, I remember playing tabled. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Public comment. Any public comment? Yes, sir.
I have one.
Yeah.
We have to announce our name or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
We don't know.
Connor, I live on the west shore of Rubber Lake, Connor. Just a question is that I just got informed yesterday, and I live here year round in Caledonia on the west shore, is that what is going on with the LTRs and the STRs? Long-term rentals, short-term
Well,
rentals.
the Airbnbs.
Right, the Airbnbs.
That has been discussed for quite some time now by our planning commission. They've had people come in favor and against. We put out a survey, an online survey, and I'm not sure what the results of that were because I'm not on the planning commission.
Right.
They are talking about a permit system, but that doesn't mean it's 100%. But you can come to their meetings, Ken. They're the first Monday of the month.
Okay, first Monday.
Yeah, and before they will do anything, they will have a public hearing on what they're proposing.
Okay.
And what they told me the last time they wanted to do was come up with a list of conditions in a permit. And then they would send it to our board to review. We would send it back to them, and then they would have a public hearing.
Okay.
It's hard for us to police them. So they're trying to balance. It's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
But you need to come and talk to them because they're the ones that are figuring it out right now. And they're the ones
Right.
working on the ordinances and the policies.
Because I don't know, and I haven't done a lot of homework on this, but I just recently was informed about this, is that this has been floating around in our township. And
There are, it is for a lot of places.
oh yeah, no, I was following it
Yeah.
over in Traverse City and
Yeah.
what's going on over there too.
It's hard.
Okay, so yeah, because the only mention I found was in the planning board from December 9th.
Okay, well, I wish Anthony was here.
Well, in our minutes from March 10th, there's an update from Anthony on it.
Yeah.
Because that's all I could pull up on the website.
Yeah, it just says they're gonna make ordinance changes, but they're gonna do them all at once, so it's gonna take a little while, is what he said. And stated that the survey was 50-50, like 49-51 in favor and against, so it was right down the middle. And he said that, the planning commission is not going to heavily regulate rentals, but most likely will have forms that need to be completed. They are still working on it and it will take months. So.
Okay, and just for me, 7 o'clock is the time.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, first Monday here at home.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And do you have email?
I have put, Haley's helped me put it in there, and I put it in there, and I don't get any emails.
Did you use the email address and I'll send it right to the type?
Yeah.
And you'll have to check maybe his spam too, because that helps.
Because I don't use Gmail, I use Yahoo, and I don't know if that's the problem, I don't know.
It might work on any email.
It should work on any email, but sometimes they go to your spam or your junk.
I checked
You're
that.
good. Okay, I'll get it taken care of.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other public comment? Okay. I did receive an email saying that the library would be moving out of the building that we rent of John Abbott's, the 20th and 24th. So I did notify John Abbott on March 24th that we would be no longer renting the building.
March 24th?
Is when I let him know.
Oh.
And the fire department did hire a surveyor to survey out what we agreed, everybody agreed to in the public meeting. And the stakes around the corners, we're still waiting to come up with a clear answer on whether it's going to be acceptable or not with the community association. And one thing I was going to say, Cindy, I want you to put it in the minutes too, is to remind everybody to go to the website and sign up for the emails for the agendas. Okay, on to the minutes. Did everybody have a chance to review the regular monthly meeting minutes from March 10th?
Yes.
All good? Any changes? Entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from March 10th.
Support. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And then the minutes from the budget hearing on March 18th.
I will also make a motion to set the meeting minutes from the budget hearing on March 18th, 2026.
Motion's been made to approve the budget hearing minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have anything else, Cindy?
Election's coming up in August, still just getting ready for them, nothing crazy right now. I did send those letters out, and I was required to. For anyone who was on the absentee voter list, we no longer, like the state's not doing that list anymore. So I'm not gonna automatically be sending out the piece of paper saying, hey, do you want a ballot? The permanent list is still there. The absentee list is mainly like college kids. They're not moving there, so they don't want a permanent one sent home. They're not at college. Like, I used to send those out and they'd send them back, and then I'd go to send them a ballot. I sent out a letter to everyone on that list saying, you have to go to the website, and you can still request it, but you gotta request it now every election. And you can do it online or by calling me, and I'll send you the form if there's enough time. So the earlier you call me, the better. I did have one lady call me, and I sent it to her, and I already got back. So the option's still available. I'm just not going to remind everybody, apparently. But I did send them a letter letting everyone know who was on that list, and I think we have like 150. It was quite a bit. Yeah, our permanent list is even bigger, but.
I settled with the county last week Tuesday, so I'll be making all the transfers on the tax account for that. And might have that approved. And I've also been talking with our credit, we use the credit union, And because we have a large amount in like the fire fund, the money market, doing CDs, putting some of that in CDs so we get like some more interest, some more money from them. If we do like, we could do a year certificate or 6 months. Doing a year at like 500,000, we get an extra $20,000. And then, the money market would still also be like accumulating, so even if I move some of that money into those, for instance, the fire fund, this was before I settled with the county and all of this, on the tax account, the money market, or the fire fund, excuse me, would still also get about $10,000 in interest, even moving that 500,000 out. So that's
And
like
the minimum's still in there to keep.
so essentially, that's like $30,000 additionally that we could receive if I put some money in CDs. Which
Is
I
there a
didn't-
penalty to cash them in had an emergency arise?
Yes. But also, I wouldn't probably do the road fund for that because there's not as much money in the road fund and when we pay that bill.
Right.
But I think she said it was like a 90-day, it'd be like a 90-day interest, so it wouldn't be like if we had to.
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine having to do that.
Me either, but I just want to know what we're getting into.
And also with like, if I did it for the fire fund and the general fund, because essentially the tax account it won't be worth it. There'll be nothing in it once I transfer. The road fund, once we make this big payment, it'll be back to about where we are, so I'll probably leave that. But the general fund still has enough to do 500,000 plus quarter the interest. And, no, I was trying to thought.
No, I hear what you're saying. I like the idea of living more off the interest
It
than
would
the.
still have enough money for the budget, is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Like, what we budgeted for the year, we still would have plenty of money in there for
Okay.
that. If, I could also do a 6 month for the general fund. Do a 6 month, get approximately half of that, 10,000, or it was 9,200. And then turn around and do it again, so I would still be.
So it'd be the same dollar amount for a year, but only a 6 month commitment versus
Right.
a year.
Right. But I feel like still the fire fund has,
I'm fine with the fire fund being a year.
Right.
But I think the general fund 6 months at a time might be smarter.
In 6 months, the interest rate might go up.
right, yep. But just, I was talking to her and she gave me this, if you wanna look at it, just because, I mean, that's something we should.
Well, good job. I like that
We've
idea.
done a
To
really good,
invest in it, so.
done a really good job, Katie.
Well, thank you.
We want our money to work for us and not against us.
Right.
So that's huge.
But I mean, the money market that I always transfer all of our money into, that I always put it in for like the general fund, the fire fund, the road, and the tax account.
Mhm.
So the tax account from July to when I just settled got about $5,000 worth of interest.
Yeah, but we can make twice as much if you move it into a CD, right? That's what
Well,
you're
the
saying.
tax account will zero up, but I'm just saying like our money market interest rate is like 2%. So even just in that's from when I collected taxes,
That's
from
right.
July to February 28th, we got $5,000 in interest just by putting all that money into
Yeah,
the money
that's
market.
great.
So as I deposit that, I mean, obviously I still have to distribute all that,
Right.
but I mean, essentially that's quite a bit of
Interest.
interest for
Good
that.
job.
So,
I'm all for it. Obviously, you can,
okay,
I mean, you can do what you want as a treasurer, but
I just wanted to share what I was.
She can.
she can move the money wherever she sees fit.
She sees fit. She doesn't need our approval, but she's done a wonderful job of doing it and keeping us informed.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thanks. I think that was all.
We don't have an Anthony here to do a planning commission. So that brings us to Jim.
I like the bid though.
Yeah.
Today is April the 14th. Think about that day. It's one of those rare days when history seems to just hold its breath. Now, besides being Tom Mapsey's birthday. Anyway, that's at approximately 10:20 p.m. this evening. President Abraham Lincoln was shot this evening about 10:20 p.m. in the back of his head at Ford's Theater in Washington. That was just 5 days after General Lee surrendered to General Grant at the Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. The president was moved across the street to Peterson's boarding house where President Lincoln was pronounced dead tomorrow morning at 7:22 a.m., 56 years old. At approximately 11:40 this evening, the RMS Titanic struck an iceberg and sank less than 3 hours later, around 2:20 in the morning, April the 15th, resulting in the deaths of up to 1,635 people from the 2,224 passengers and crew that were aboard that ship. Also this afternoon, 1935, residents of western Kansas, eastern Colorado, northeast New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas panhandles experienced what's known as Black Sunday, a black blizzard, a dust bowl. It described a series of dust storms that hit during the 1930s. It's estimated that 300,000 tons of topsoil was displaced. And this year, on April the 14th, is Holocaust Remembrance Day. It varies from year to year. According to our calendar, it goes by the Hebrew calendar, which is different. But this year it's on April the 14th. It's also known as Yom HaShoah, which means Day of Remembrance. It's a solemn day to honor the memories of the more than 6 million Jewish people and the millions of others who were persecuted and systematically murdered by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. And it's a reminder of those atrocities that were committed. One of these months, I've been working on a bunch of things. But anyway, I'm going to present the board and whomever is in attendance. It's going to take several times to do this. And I'm telling you, I have found a large amount of U.S. companies that were collaborating with the Nazis during World War II. You'd be surprised. Even after the United States entered World War II, some of them dropped out, but a lot of them continued to support and collaborate with the Nazis, providing equipment for both sides. You'd be surprised. Also, Sunday, May 3rd, which is coming up, it's our first of 5 half-staff days. May 3rd is National Fallen Firefighters Day. All flags are to be lowered to half-staff from sunrise to sunset. May 3rd.
What was it for, Jim?
National Fallen Firefighters Day.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to mention this, but I don't know where I can fit this in. later on this year, but I think because Abraham Lincoln was shot today, I know this is a subject that probably nobody talks about at the dinner table. But does anybody, or has anybody ever thought, whatever happened to the flag that was draped over Abraham Lincoln's casket? Whatever happened to that? I'm going to tell you. You'd be surprised on this one, I was. The American flag that was draped over Abraham Lincoln's casket during his 7-state, 13-day funeral train on his way to Springfield, Illinois, is on permanent display. It's on permanent display at Keen's Steakhouse in Midtown Manhattan. Who would have thought? Although Keen's Steakhouse opened 2 decades after Abraham Lincoln died, this 141-year-old institution pays homage to the 16th president as if he was a regular customer. The restaurant maintains a Lincoln-themed dining room with historic artifacts adorning the walls, along with the American flag that was draped over Lincoln's casket.
How they got it.
I'll find out. And the rest of the story. Now, Lincoln had visited New York City on numerous occasions during his life, making a speech at the Cooper Union. He visited the Plymouth Church. He got his photograph taken at Matthew Brady's photo studio. Then, before he was laid to rest, Lincoln's body lay in state inside the New York City Hall on April the 24th, 1865, where approximately 120,000 people came to pay their last respects. The next day, a funeral procession up Broadway to the 14th Street, where a young 7-year-old Theodore Roosevelt watched from the 2nd-story window. Across 5th Avenue and then up 34th Street, where the Hudson River Railroad would then transport Abraham Lincoln to his next destination. At the end of the funeral tour, the 37-star flag, we only had 36 states, but Nebraska was next in line to become in just a matter of weeks. So they had already made the 37-star flag, and that's what was draped over his casket. It fell into possession of a New York doctor, a Civil War soldier named Brevet Major Louis Applegate. It remained in his family for more than a century. Applegate went to the same school as the son of one of Lincoln's colleagues, New York Senator Edwin Morgan. It was donated to a Florida museum in 1996, and it was put up for auction in 2024 in New York. And that flag sold for a reported $656,250. It was sold to a businessman named Till Fertitta, who had also recently purchased the Keen's Steakhouse that very same month. The museum quality flag was unveiled to patrons in Keen's Lincoln Road on February 12th, 2026, just a couple of months ago. That was in celebration of Lincoln's 217th birthday. In addition to this historic flag, the restaurant's Lincoln's Room showcases a framed, blood-stained playbill of Our American Cousin, which was the play that Lincoln went to go see towards theater. It was probably the same playbill that Lincoln was holding when he was shot. And it was found underneath his seat. was picked up by a carpenter. The steakhouse also displays a handwritten transcribed copy of the Gettysburg Address. Among other Lincoln paraphernalia such as historic photographs and newspaper clippings. By the way, Lincoln's favorite cookie was gingerbread cookie. And he also enjoyed cornbread like that snack called corn dodgers. One of his favorite White House breakfasts was 1 egg and toast. And his preferred drink was either water or milk. Other dishes he was known to enjoy was apples, apple pie, oyster stew, and chicken fricassee. So if you're ever wondering whatever happened to his casket flag, it's sitting on display in the Keene Steakhouse in Manhattan. I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
Maybe we don't like going to a tree.
I got 37 stars instead of 36. So 2 weeks ago, I was like, what?
Thank you.
Year.
Thanks, Chair.
It's different.
Everybody see the budget transfers? Or something?
Yeah, he's got it. I'll make a motion to approve the budget transfers as presented.
Support. Motion's been made and supported. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Ice storm, we have damage in every part in the cemetery. As a township though, I don't feel that we need to come before our citizens as far as cleanup. When you talk to contractors, they're going to tell you that they're very busy and I think we can wait. But I will be getting pricing. The fence, I've contacted the insurance company at the Northwood Park because it's pretty smashed up. I did have Nick Myers go down and get the trees off of it right away because they were extending over to the neighbors. One was, if it had come down, it would have been on their house. At the cemetery, I'm going to meet with Jim and Nick and figure out, because that's got to be cleaned up first. We open that 1st of April, right?
Yeah, cemetery open.
Yeah, it's already open and I already have burial scheduled.
And so that's got to get done ASAP. Also, the hall as a shelter, we had several people stay the first 2 or 3 nights. I think we had 9 people here sleeping at the hall. We fed them every day, the township fed them. I think the greatest highlight of it was when the young kids came and cooked and served meals. We had 3,500 people that night. It was pretty awesome. Everybody that helps and brings food, I greatly appreciate it. Okay. And FEMA right now is shut down because of the money.
Yeah, they're going to shut
The
down.
government shut down. So I don't think we've gotten the last 2 payments. He did call me and told me that he was shut down, and when they were back open, 1, he would be reaching out about the storm, 2, they would finish the payment.
We're going to be over budget again next year because we didn't count on the second once in a lifetime ice storm. And we'll just transfer at the end of the year like we did last budget year.
Yeah.
It's just things you can never count on.
No. But it's gotta be
And
done.
maybe we should know, like, I know, that's why we should. 2 years in a row.
Let's wait till we're done flooding.
Right. Put an earthquake on that Google card, I'm serious. We've had everything else.
Last month, we talked about putting a web camera down at the North End Park on the dock so that anybody could go online and look at the lake at any time.
Would it be on our webpage?
Yes, the
Okay.
lake would be on our webpage and we'd share it everywhere we could share it. I met with Suter down there, and got a price from him. And the camera setup would be $3,707.18. I believe there's gonna be additional, I think that we should put in a new pole, because the one that's there is not very tall. I think we want it up higher. So there will be a little bit more than what he's quoting.
How about none after there? Is this gonna?
We're gonna do, remember when we talked last month, because this Starlink went way down, and we get Starlink for just, what, $20 a month, or $20 shipping,
Right.
$80 a month. So we were gonna put the Starlink down there, which would be great, because then he can service our cameras too, without us having to go down there all the time. and go
Every
through
time it
it.
goes off, right?
Well, not only that, but every time we have an incident, he can go on.
Or he can't remote in. He's
He
got
can't remote in, no. So, we do have $28,000 coming yet for the North End Park from the grant
Yes.
that's left over. So there's, I think it could be future. If we wanted to in the future, we could probably charge businesses to advertise on it, but I would not wonder.
No,
But I think it'd be a neat feature to have, and it might help some people in the voting season.
I don't know if we can charge it for other parts of the grants. But nonetheless, this isn't that much. All in all.
No. And we need the internet down there, because there's cameras. And then we could use more cameras. Everything is right there by the pavilion.
So I submitted to Patrick for that draw.
Yeah,
He came back and said, I can't submit off that one.
right, so we just have to go through.
This would actually qualify. His cameras were on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
so,
cameras that are down there, they,
I'll go through it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we'll get it, because that $37.
this is nothing compared to.
I'll go through it.
those are fairly new, aren't they? Cameras that are down
Yes, yeah.
there. Okay.
But this is gonna be of the water, or is it of the park?
No, it's just at the water.
Right, but I mean, like, if we get Starlink down there, those cameras are still going to be beneficial for.
Yeah, it's gonna be very
Yeah,
beneficial.
it's gonna hook up all the cameras to the one
Right.
internet.
So like when something happens down there, I've got to go down and go back through replay and go back and back and back. Where he'll be able to do it right from his house.
And we stood down there for hours
Yeah,
at 16 times, just waiting to see what happens in the middle of the night.
we're not the most savvy.
No, it's easier like to do it.
Standing on a bucket so we can see it.
It's hot. He's not at home. Like, it is.
That's what's going to But this would be like,
This is
But
so
we
people
can add
can,
cameras.
this people can look at the lake, like,
Right,
the lake, like.
Yeah, but
you
you are, you can
get
have a,
Starlink, like, we're moving forward with that, right? Like, so-
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna start Link with or without this.
Right.
and then you're correct, Haley, we could add more cameras. Because right now the cameras are all either attached to the building or the pavilion so that we can run wires
Right.
to the building.
Or when they're messing with the swim platform and stuff like
We
that.
can't see them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
We could add more.
I literally watched the Lumen last year.
And that
And Peter coming in those dots, we can't see that either.
There was a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have one right. We have one down the stage. And it goes to the.
So maybe that's something we should look at also in the future, is adding the cameras too. Once this gets set up, and Starlink is there.
Okay, so, I don't know if you want to do them on two motions or one motion. We're going to do a motion for the Starlink and then want to make a motion on the camera.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the lake camera and to get Starlink at the North End Park.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Right.
I do think this is going to be really good. Okay. Our assessor has resigned effective June 1st, 2025. I did talk to him today. He will no longer take phone calls or emails as of June 1st, 2025, but will help whoever comes in.
What's his birthday? June
June 1st.
26th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been here.
Okay.
What I'm going to suggest, I've already received 2 letters of interest, but I'm going to suggest that I put it out there and put it on the website. Those that are interested can apply with a letter of interest and how much they would like. I think we pay Gary by the month, but it's an annual amount. What they would like to be compensated for it. If there's any conditions or anything you guys can think of, I would add that.
Can you see if there's any like work history or what their current townships or counties are? Like, do they have 50 of them or do they have 3? Or, you know, because Gary was, he had a lot.
Not as bad as the guy that was applied when Gary applied.
He had more.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want someone who's really like,
I want somebody that can do like Gary and be personally
right.
invested in our community. I think it's not easy. It's a job where you get your butt chewed all the time.
Right. But I don't want them so strapped in that they can't return those calls and because they have so many going on.
So if there's anything else you guys think of, I'll prepare something and I'll get it to Steve.
And we have, I think, like jobs on our, job opportunities on our webpage that we can put it out.
Yeah, but I'll have him do it as
Can you also maybe do something in the email saying we're taking this or go to our website?
Yeah, I'll have that send out to everybody. Yep.
I have a comment on that.
Yes?
BSNA.net that I spoke about last month or the month before, just so you
Saw
know.
your email.
Our new assessor's probably gonna want that new update, just saying.
What was that total?
$18,000 some.
Is that every year?
What's the advantage of the update?
We don't have a choice.
Currently use tax.net. I use tax.net. And now they've made BSNA a cloud, which is the updated version of everything. You link with your assessor, you do all of these things, like we watched a video on it. It's super high tech, and I
It's
don't
all in
wanna do
one place kind of thing.
it. I don't wanna do it. But essentially, you talk to BSNA, and he emailed me again and wanted to know when our meeting was, because they want us to switch. They will eventually eliminate tax.net completely, and you won't have a choice but to update. But like speaking with Gary, he's like, I'm not learning that. I'm retiring. So I'm just saying, like, our new assessor probably, I mean, they could be okay with tax.net, but they could also be like, nope, I want this system. And
So we're gonna have to consider that as a cost depending on who you hire.
And I said that we had time, but
Maybe we
essentially,
don't.
he sent me that quote and it was $18,000 some.
You sent that in email, I think.
Yeah,
And I know.
Is that every year?
I don't think so. I think that's the initial, and then it's like 10 grand after that every year.
Is it right now 6 or 7? That we pay for BSNA?
Yeah, I think it's 3,200 twice a year or something like that, because we always split it between
Yeah.
the assessor and him.
So that part of the annual.
But I just wanted to say, like, I said, oh, we'll be fine. We got a little bit of time. But I'm just saying with him and whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of caught me a little bit off guard.
You need to know that that's probably a thing that's going to happen before.
So I want.
So add that into the questions is,
What program do they use?
right.
Right.
Okay.
Can I ask a question off the wall real quick? I forgot in my spot. Trent reached out, did you get that? He wants to do our audit Wednesday, June 10th.
Sorry. I thought I
And he
sent
wants me to confirm if that works.
I thought I sent it to you.
I think that's Kylie's last day of school, but that would be fine.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Only because he has everybody else here scheduled.
Right, I just have to have everything ready, right?
Yeah, you don't have to do that, no.
No, it's gonna be put up, he's gonna send us the list of everything he needs and put it upstairs. I'm gonna add you into this response so you have record of it.
I'll check, Haley, because I thought I sent it to you.
I believe you did.
Okay, so they're gonna perform it on June 10th.
All right. Cindy, did I give you a motion for closed session?
Yep, got it.
All right, anything else on the, I'll get that wrote up and get it to Suter, and I'll get it out on the,
And who's gonna collect it? All you?
okay,
Okay,
that's all right.
I don't care.
Okay.
I move that the Caledonia Township Board enters into closed session pursuant to Section 8(1)D of the Michigan Open Meetings Act, MCL 15.2681D, to consider the purchase of real property as discussed in open session would have a detrimental financial effect on the position of the township.
Roll call?
Well, someone has to second it first.
Oh, yeah, that's what
I
I
seconded
did. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Normally I forget the roll call.
Right. Haley?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yes.
Tom says yes. Cindy?
Yes.
And Anthony says yes. And we're gonna move to closed session at 7:48.
There's coffee and cake, you guys, and if there isn't any slices there, somebody's welcome to slice them all.
So we cooked it at sold JC's.
You make mine 60?
Kenny said stop by his house, he'll warm me up.
Oh, jeez.
I'll make a motion to go to open session at 8:19 p.m.
Motion's been made and seconded to return to open session. All in favor? Aye.
Now coming out of closed session, can I make a motion?
Aye.
Yep. I would like to make a motion for Haley Rondo to proceed as discussed in closed session.
I'll second that.
We're going to do roll call.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anthony is absent. Sorry. Cindy?
Abstain.
I say yes. Tom Tice?
I say yes.
Haley Rondo?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay.
County Commissioner is not here. When we do the bills to be paid, I'd like to do a motion to allow Cindy and I to sign the fire contracts for Sanborn and Hubbard Lake.
And Sandboard's the same as it is every year, and Hubbard Lake is 50% of what was collected. So,
For the year.
for the year, yes, sorry. Now, what's the? I'll make a motion to sign the fire contracts with Hubbard Lake Volunteer Fire Department and the Sanborn Fire Department.
I'll support.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
I
Did anyone have any questions or concerns on the bills to be paid?
I just want to clarify something for anyone who is looking at it. MERS is now Assured Partners, or Empowered, sorry, is now Empowered. They're one and the same. It's just MERS sold out the running of the funds to them. So I have MERS on the bills to be paid, but it's MERS/Empower. So that's a little different.
Motion to approve the bills to be paid.
Make a motion to bills be paid.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Was there any board comment? Yeah, I guess. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Number 3.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right.
Awesome.